2 out of every 3 South Africans are willing to get vaccinated. That's according to a new study commissioned by the Solidarity Fund in partnership with government. The survey focused on various aspects like vaccine campaign awareness, the perception of vaccines, and hesitancy. Hundreds of face-to-face interviews were conducted between the 14th of May and the 30th of June across the country. Ask Afrika CEO Andrea Rademeyer says 62% of those surveyed indicated that they were willing to get the jab. Rademeyer joins me now for a conversation on this. And so, Andrea, this seems to be encouraging, is it not? We focus a lot on vaccine hesitancy, but it would seem, at least from the face-to-face conversations that you had with the respondents, attitudes are not as hardened as we believe them to be. Take me through your study and what you found.
Thank you very much, Thulasizwe. So there is actually probably half of all South Africans that are very willing to take the vaccine, and then the rest are in a spread of opinion. And it's only, you refer to hardened opinions, it's only about a third or 29% of South Africans who actually don't want to engage on the vaccine at all anymore, and that has different reasons. But we do have a strong baseline of South Africans who are willing to take the vaccine. So I would say that probably the innovators, the early adopters of the vaccine have already been vaccinated. And our challenge for government and society at the moment is to actually get to the majority. And that's what this research was about, to try and understand where's the hesitancy and what are the reasons for actually getting vaccinated. And those are very different arguments by citizens. So those that do get vaccinated say they want to save their lives. So more than 70% say, I want to save my life, that's why I will get vaccinated. Now we know that a lot of communication has been out there on do it for the others. Now it does not seem that that is a good argument for most citizens. Only about between 7 and 11% of citizens have said that they would be willing to get vaccinated for the sake of others or for the sake of society. Now, when we look and speak to those citizens that say, I'm not willing to get vaccinated, the 29% I referred to earlier on, it's a very different argument. So for that part of our society, there's mistrust in the whole COVID phenomenon, in the vaccine phenomenon, in leadership as a whole. And also, there's a lot of fear about side effects. So you can see that these two groups of our society are quite different, Thulasizwe.
Yeah, so I'm interested then in the linkages between vaccine acceptance or hesitancy and the campaigns that are run. So as you talk about the group that says they would not be willing to get vaccinated, I've seen that recently government and the NICD has been trying to sort of push out messages about, you know, what you can expect after you've been vaccinated, what side effects you can expect, and when to seek medical assistance if you are experiencing any symptoms. What's the linkage between vaccine campaign awareness and the willingness to take a vaccine or to not take a vaccine?
So, Thulasizwe, the important point here, or to your question, is that government communications are based on very solid research. And the government and the Solidarity Fund are collaborating to make funding available for very scientific perception research. And they've done this since last year. So whichever strategy they design, it's actually based on the perceptions of our citizens. Now, this is an ongoing process because, as you know, citizens change their perceptions and their opinions. And there have been such big changes over the last 18 months where all of us have started to live with COVID. So government has done very well on that level to keep understanding where citizens are and then tailor the messaging and the communication according to what citizens are worried about.
All right, Andrea, thank you for your time. Unfortunately, I'm completely out of time. Would have been interesting to hear what the impact of possible policies that employers might adopt in the wake of this whole idea of mandatory vaccination, what the data would throw out in that regard. But I suppose that's a conversation for another time. That's Andrea Rademeyer. She's the CEO of Ask Africa.